Hola amigos, hello everyone, LCM Brick Show is here. Well, you were asking for a new military review and well, here I am. Today I'm going to show you a new military set from AliExpress. It's a pretty cool set, I like it a lot. But before I start my new review, I would like to say a couple of words. Well, first of all, you see this strange device in my ear. Last time I made a review of all my tank collections and I used sound directly from a video camera, and this time I decided to use a sound from iPhone. I will add the sound line from iPhone, and I hope that in comments you will write me what sound is better, the sound from iPhone or the sound from camera. Oh yeah, but by the way, have you noticed this cover? I like it a lot. I show it everyone. It's a Lego Crazy Motion cover for my phone. Those are maybe for my birthday. I like it a lot. It's great, nice stuff. Okay, let's start our military review from AliExpress. So guys, we have a new pack from AliExpress, as I told you before, and it's a set for Vietnam War.
Good morning, Vietnam! Wow! I feel good.
So, actually, as I've seen this pack on the page of AliExpress, I bought two of them. But the first one was already opened and assembled, so I have still one, which is unpacked, and I will do it right now. So, a new military pack for Vietnam War from AliExpress. Link, as always, in the description under the video.
You smell that? Napalm, son! Nothing else in the world smells like that!
Okay, the first minifigure is a US soldier, and according to his helmet, it's I suppose it should be a tank crew member or a helicopter pilot. He has a white star on his top of the helmet. He is armed with the M16, and I don't know why, but he has machine gun bullets on his chest, and actually it doesn't matter if he is a tank crew member or if he's a pilot, but definitely he doesn't need those bullets in those quantity. So we see his printings on legs, and according to the printings on legs, I suppose those stripes are more for parachute. So I suppose it's a helicopter pilot or maybe even an air jet pilot. He has nice printings on his shoulders. There are some kind of yellow wings, well, black wings in yellow round and yellow circle. And also some printings on, let's see his printings on his chest under these bullets. Well, he has some stripes, three stripes, I suppose, 2 or 3 stripes, or he's pregnant, or maybe he's a sergeant. And then a lot of punches, buttons, belt. Well, I'm not sure I like the printing on torso. I suppose that citizen brick torsos for Vietnam War for US soldiers are better, but still it's a pretty nice soldier. Well, let's see the second one. So the second US soldier is a guy with a shotgun. He has a helmet with glasses. It's pretty authentic. US soldiers, especially airbornes, they had glasses, and those who were driving different military vehicles, they had glasses. And the printings on torso, well, almost the same as the pilot had, but the printings on his back is they are awful. Of course, it more reminds German soldiers of World War II than US soldiers in Vietnam. So I don't like printings at all, but well, it doesn't matter, because I bought this set not because of the US soldiers. In any case, he has olive green uniform, and it will be nice to use this minifigure on the background, not on the first plan when I'm making a stop motion or a mock, but somewhere else in a crowd. It can be fine. So the third minifigure is a radio set guy. This one is pretty brutal. As far as I remember, usually guys with the radio sets, they are pretty young, and they're just running along with the lieutenants and give them radio set when they need it. But this one is a green beret with them. It looks like he has first cavalry on his shoulders, and sunglasses and beard. Well, he's pretty tough, looks like Rambo. And well, he's nice, but I don't know why he has a radio. By the way, radio goes pretty nice on his back. It sticks to these little pins, so it holds pretty nice. And well, printings are almost the same, olive green uniform, and some printings, it doesn't matter. Nice minifigure for US soldiers in Vietnam. And the last one, I suppose this one is a long-range patrol guy. He has a USD uniform, or it's not tiger stripes, but usually in Vietnam, just soldiers, so they had olive green uniform, but special forces like long-range patrols, they had tiger stripes or USD uniform. So this one definitely is a guy from a special forces. I don't like his face. He has a pretty strange face, not Lego type face, with a big anime style, manga style eyes, and he has a big nose. Usually Lego minifigures, Lego heads, they don't have noses like this. But the uniform is pretty nice, and I like this minifigure because he looks even more tough than a radio guy. He's cool. Ammo punches for Tommy gun. First of all, I thought that it's bad, but actually in the beginning of the war, US forces definitely had the Tommy guns and grease guns, especially for special forces, because they were light, small, and well, they could have a pretty rapid fire range. And the backpack is also pretty realistic. US soldiers had such kind of backpacks, so it's also pretty good. And by the way, he has a skull on his left shoulder. If we close eyes on his face, the minifigure in general is pretty cool, and I like it. Also, I need to mention that US forces had 6 sandbags and an olive green motorcycle. Motorcycle is pretty nice, looks like military motorcycle, but it's pretty usual motorcycle for Chinese guys. They make the same vehicles for World War II. I'm not sure US forces used a lot of motorcycles in Vietnam War. It's pretty hard to ride it in jungles, so I don't think you need it in Vietnam MOCs or Vietnam stop motions, but still the motorcycle by itself is pretty good. Okay, now let's start with the great part of this set, Vietnam forces. Still 1 minute of your attention to American part. Let's look at those 2 minifigures from Citizen Brick. Actually, torsos are from Citizen Brick, and helmets also. So we have absolutely fantastic, realistic, authentic prints on torsos. You see those ammo punches, flashlight, dog tags, this guy without sleeves in a vest. It's also absolutely a realistic uniform of American soldiers in Vietnam. Also, I like those helmets. The dark green is absolutely natural M1 helmet with a Mitchell pattern. And yes, the light one, it's not for Vietnam War, it's for Pacific, but still it has some colors which are more useful for Vietnam than just green helmets. Well, it's my opinion. I still like those colors. So those two types of minifigures for Vietnam War are from Citizen Brick. And now let's compare with the minifigure from AliExpress, and you will see what I mean when I say that it's not real. This is a guy with a motorcycle with glasses, and you see that he has prints on his torso, well, like World War II, I suppose. So Chinese designers, they don't look, they didn't check, they didn't try to find out how looked the uniform of American soldiers in Vietnam. They just made some kind of uniform, well, olive green with the ponchos, and we have this. So guys from Citizen Brick, from American shop, they make real cool torsos. And also from Citizen Brick, when I was making a stop motion about Vietnam War, I hope you've seen those two parts. They have a Viet Cong guy, a guy with a, wait a second, in a black shirt with AK ammo punches, and I've lost his head, it's somewhere, but still, we're looking only at his torso right now. So he has a scarf, black shirt, and AK punches. It looks like absolutely Viet Cong guy. If I know correct, the Vietnamese forces, North Vietnamese forces, they were divided at two parts. North Vietnamese army, it's like regular army, and Viet Cong, it's like a guerrilla warfare. And they were two different armies. They didn't contact to each other a lot. And I would say more, they even didn't like each other. But still, both of those armies were fighting against Americans and South Vietnamese forces. So, why I show you this guy from Citizen Brick? Just because the first time in history, the guys from AliExpress, they made, not from AliExpress, from Chinese shop, but sold on AliExpress on that platform like eBay. So they made a real North Vietnamese soldier. Look at this. So in black, it's a Viet Cong. In green, it's a NVA soldier, regular. It has absolutely fantastic helmet. No one ever did this helmet before. It has yellow star on red circle. It has absolutely fantastic 3D ammo punches on his torso and olive green color of his uniform. It's absolutely fantastic, great minifigure. Actually, I bought this set exactly because of those Vietnamese NVA forces. They have 3 soldiers in this set. So we have 4 Americans and we have 3 Vietnamese guys. So the second one, I mean, is almost the same. Also has those AK punches, the same perfect helmet, and well, I'm not sure I like printings on torso under those AK punches. Let's look at it. It's just uniform with canteen, with a belt, well, pretty usual, looks like pretty old. I don't care much because this one looks very, very realistic. NVA regular soldier. And if the first one goes with AK, the second one goes with the Soviet machine gun RPD. Also pretty nice. By the way, AK is very detailed. It's nice made. And the third minifigure of Vietnamese forces, it's a girl. She's a sniper and a Red Cross doctor. She has also ammo punches for AK. She has a sniper rifle, which is called SVD. Oh yes, that's the problem with this minifigure. The arm is bad. It falls apart every time you touch it. But actually I don't care. So we have Nice Vietnamese hat. It's better than a Lego made. Of course, it's more deep. It has more sharp cone. And we have a nice Vietnamese face, nice Vietnamese girl face, sniper rifle, and it's a kind of doctor. So once again, let's watch those three NVA soldier in this set. They're absolutely fantastic, detailed, authentic, and realistic. The main reason I got this set, actually I got these sets, because I wanted a lot of those NVA. Now I have 6 of them, and now I have a real plans for my future Vietnam War stop motion, maybe based on Tour of Duty TV show. I like it, and maybe I will make some parts from this Tour of Duty with those NVAs. Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe in my movies they are not very authentic, not very realistic. Maybe in my stop motions NVA will fight on the one side, on the one battlefield with the Viet Cong against US forces. And our girl, medic girl, she had this kind of box. It's empty one, but well, you see a nice pattern like wood, and we have a red cross and a white circle. So this set also had a lot of weapons. For example, we have a blooper, hand grenade launcher. We have another M16. We have a pretty modern machine gun, which wasn't used in Vietnam, I suppose. It's more like for Iraq war. Then we have a block of different things like radio station, hand grenades, small and with a long hand pistol, binocular, knife, machete, axe, canteen with water. Then we have American big machine gun for tanks or for, I don't know, for different defense systems. Another part with radios, knives, machetes, pistols and grenades. The same thing with the axe, canteen, pistol, binocular and so on. Then this thing, actually I still don't know what is it, but it's first I found it in a set with Chinese soldiers, then it was used in a set with Korean soldiers, and now it's in a set with the Vietnamese soldiers. This stick looks like from old kung fu movies, like monks were walking with this stuff. I don't know actually for what it's used. And this one looks like backpack for Vietnam soldier, I don't know. And what are these two? Actually, I still don't know. Maybe it's food or ammo. Well, I don't know. Maybe explosives. Who cares? Next, we have shovel, mine, and device to find mines under the earth, under the ground. Another set with a weapons, M16, then we have a pig here, M60 machine gun, shovel, once again. Sniper rifle based on carbine M14, shovel, then explosives with a time clock. Some instruments, I'm not sure I know their names except maybe hammer and a screwdriver, something with the oil, and other explosives, and those two, I don't know how to call it in English. What else? Once again, radio, knife, grenades, and so on. Then Soviet old World War II machine gun Degtyaryov with 2 discs, and water canteen, grenades, knife, and an axe. So guys, the last word for this set. I don't know what about you, but I like this Vietnam War history. I like I don't know, those things with the helicopters, with the jungle fights. It was rather interesting, but still severe and bloody war. I like war movies about the Vietnam War, like Platoon, Platoon Leader, Hamburger Hill, Apocalypse Now, what else? We Were Soldiers, Tour of Duty. Missed in Action with the Chuck Norris. Well, a lot of movies about Vietnam War. I like to watch them, and I like to make stop motions about Vietnam War. Once again, hope you've seen the 2 parts of my Vietnam War stop motions, Lego stop motions, and maybe in the future I will make some more. And I like this set a lot, first of all because of the 3 Vietnamese soldiers. They are very realistic and very cool. US guys are not so good, but still I have soldiers, US soldiers from Citizen Brick with great torsos, so I don't need those guys from AliExpress, but I really need those 3 NVA soldiers. I have 2 sets, so I have 6 NVA soldiers, and I hope you will see them in the future in my stop motions. Okay, link to this set you will find in the description under the video. It's not expensive as usual. I suppose it's less than $10 US for all this set with a free delivery to any part of the world. So you can check it, and if you like it, you can get it by yourself. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope it was useful for you, and see you next time. Goodbye. Have a nice day.